Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us here at ePower On. Today we're going to do something a little bit differently. Usually we produce or show you our product, but today we're going to do a live weekly update. We've got Brent Bedwell here today. He is our Vice President of Sales. He's going to give us a little insight as to the industry, what he's seeing out on the road, and what products he'd like to talk about today. So, hey Brent, how are you?
Good. How are you, Nicole? Thanks for having me.
It's a rainy Friday, but that's okay. So basically what I want to talk about today is what are you seeing? You're out on the road a lot. I'm primarily sort of home-based right here in Durham. So what are you seeing out there these days?
I'm seeing business is booming out there. I was traveling recently this week and through the Charlotte area and Winston-Salem area and through Raleigh, I made it a point to count cranes, and I counted over 35 cranes. So wherever the cranes are, construction is booming, and downtown Charlotte's got a bunch, downtown Raleigh has several, and there's some in Winston-Salem, so business is really picking up, it seems.
That's good for us. What products have you seen really piquing people's interests this past week or two?
So for ePower On, we have seen a major peak in our construction safety station. Our construction safety station is really generating a lot of interest, keeping job sites safe, keeping car lots safe, and things like that. And then, of course, our thermal line is also keeping people's interest. We have some unique products in our thermal line, and it really helps our distributors talk about something else to their customers.
Yeah, just the other day I actually met up with someone who's interested in one of our risk kits, hopefully more than one, but we'll see how that goes. So when you're out on the road, how do you get across to help our customers? What is the biggest product we have here at ePower On that you're the most excited about?
I'm most excited about the things that we can do with our lighting control. Our lighting control can really do things that other companies just simply can't do. Our lighting control we have the capability of controlling camera monitoring with our lighting control. So in other words, my occupancy sensors can trigger cameras and not having just a camera motion sensor. And a lot of people don't understand that motion control from fixtures and occupancy sensors are much, much more sensitive than just the camera motion sensor. So that's really exciting for us to be able to control monitoring for customers' job sites, customers' facilities through our occupancy sensors or lighting control. That's really something that drives a lot of interest when I'm talking to people, and it's something that our distributors can really lead with to help them land more profitable orders.
So when you talk about the occupancy sensors, a little tongue-tied there, give us a scenario. So say somebody's watching this video right now and they have no clue what an occupancy sensor is or does. How does that work, and how does that better our product?
All right, so let's picture a warehouse that has lots of pallet racking. So you have 4 foot by 4 foot racks that are connected together 100 feet long and several hundred of them down an aisle. With my occupancy sensor, my lights can come on as motion hits each section. So every 4 foot section, a light would come on, and when that motion clears, that light would go off. So from a camera standpoint, 30 aisles over, I don't really need to know what's happening over there. I need to follow my forklift and make sure if there's an accident with my forklift that I have that on my camera. So every time a light fixture will be tripped by the occupancy sensor, and comes on. So an occupancy sensor will have my light come on, and that will trigger my camera to start recording that zone. So as the forklift goes down my 100-foot aisle, I've got a nice clear picture of what the forklift is doing. So if there's some sort of accident or the forklift bumps something or something like that, I have that on camera, and not just a wide view of 100 feet of aisling. That I really don't care what happens 30 feet away. I need to know what happens where my forklift is.
So far more efficient.
Far more efficient.
Okay. And it sounds...
And wireless, by the way. 24-volt control wireless.
So less expensive as well.
Very, very much less expensive.
Okay, that's I think that's what everybody wants to hear. They have to spend less money, and in the long run, it's more efficient, so they also spend less money.
Yes.
So what's the installation process like for these items? Our lights, our control, aux sensors, all of that.
Well, it depends on the application. If the application is a new construction application, the control will come pre-commissioned here in Durham, North Carolina, where our warehouse is. So basically, that is the customer will give us what they want from the blueprints, and we will design that here. So when it gets to the job site, all the electrical contractor has to do is turn it on and wait for the 5 flashing of the node and the gateway to connect, and then they have a live control system set up.
Wow, so pretty easy then.
Very easy. We wanted to make sure that when we did our lighting control, that when we rolled it out, it was very important to us at ePowerOn that anybody could set this up and be able to understand how to do it.
So even me.
Even you.
So I want to let the audience know if they have any questions at any point in time. Today would be a great time to ask them. Though I have knowledge of the company, Brent is by far the person with the most knowledge, other than the guy who owns the company. He really has been the one that is out there facilitating all the sales and pushing our product and demonstrating our product, whether it be live or through webinars. Which brings me to another subject. If you want to schedule a webinar for whatever solution we offer here at ePowerOn, go ahead and click the link below, and we will set that up. As well as if you want to come in a little bit later or after the air is over, go ahead and comment with hashtag ePowerOnLive. Let us know you stopped by. So some other questions, or how about this? What is the one thing that you would like to get across to potential customers about ePowerOn? What makes us special and unique?
ePowerOn is what I really want to convey to anyone is we are a lighting manufacturer located in Durham, North Carolina. We have local stock for the Charlotte area, the Raleigh area, Winston-Salem. We can cover the whole state of North Carolina within one day. There's not a lot of opportunities, or I'm sorry, not a lot of other manufacturers that can do that for you. So first and foremost, we have what you need. We can get it to you quickly, and we can get it to you at an affordable price. So that is one of the most things I want to definitely drive home with anybody. The second thing is ePowerOn, we approach business differently than everybody else. We realize that your time is valuable, and especially with the current times, you might not be able to get in front of your customers. So we drive the webinars for you. We really tailor our webinars to your needs. So if you have a specific customer in mind that you want to talk to them about a specific product, please reach out to us and we can tailor a webinar specifically designed to cater to your end user, and thus really driving home more effective business for you. And our webinars are not cut and dry PowerPoint typed presentations. It's really interactive. We want the customer asking questions. We want them to really get a good feel of who ePowerOn is through our webinar series. So please, distributors out there, webinars and webinars and webinars, we can help you generate more revenue for yourself.
Yeah, I have to say, when I first started here and we discussed webinars, I had this vision in mind that it was going to be sort of the boring Zoom meeting that everybody else is doing.
Right.
That's not what we produce here, and it's not what we supply our customers with.
That's right. I spent 20 years in the field in the distribution side, and I can't tell you how many of those PowerPoint presentations that I personally had to sit through. And when we designed these webinar series with our fantastic marketing team here, we realized that we don't want to drive just the same old boring type of presentation. We need to make it effective so where your customers will be able to really understand and really want to buy their product at the end of the webinar, and that's the number one goal. Yeah,
so our webinars are much like, similar, I should say, to our typical lives. They are interactive, which right now it makes it hard on the sales side to really showcase our products to anyone, because if you're buying something, no matter what it is, you want to see it, you want to touch it before you ever purchase it, and that makes it really hard right now. So our webinars make it so it's a little bit easier to see how that product is actually being used.
That's right. With our Amazon Cloud based platform for our control, we can have your customers log onto the program and control the lights that they want to control right there live on the webinar. So they really get a feel of how it works through technology, and that's fantastic. And that's something that ePowerOn is really proud to do and can really help you generate more conversations with your customers.
Okay, so we did actually get a question while we were talking, and the question is, what are the current trends in the lighting industry that you're seeing out in the field?
So what do we mean by trends? Can we narrow that down a little bit? Person asking the question?
Yeah, so I'm thinking that what they mean, what they are meaning is, what type of lighting are you seeing being used?
Oh, well, so it ranges. So it depends on what job site it is. Multifamily is really booming right now. So you have a lot of vanity lights, a lot of a new type of light out there is the backlit mirrors that ePowerOn has, and we do those really well.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about those.
Right, those are pretty exciting to have. And then the linear high bays for the car dealerships, the parking lot lights for the stadiums and things like that. So it really depends on what the job site is, but we're seeing just typical construction lighting that it has over the last 5 or 6 years that everybody has pretty much the same type of plans. It's the same type of plans, but it seems like now the trend is there's more of them, which is great news for everybody.
Yeah, so the one thing as you were talking about that stuff, the one thing that I have noticed that I really like, another feature, if you use our control, we can monitor the power to all these light fixtures and make sure that, one, you're not going to burn up that fixture in a quicker period of time because, say, the electric company is pushing higher voltage through. If I'm saying this correct, correct me if I'm wrong. And if you didn't use that light fixture very much, your 5-year warranty, you could actually use that fixture far beyond that. It's probably going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, so we warranty our fixtures for 5 years, but we stand 100% by the policy that they're going to last longer than 5 years in an ideal situation. But let's say you don't have an ideal situation where the power company is putting 308 volts or 310 volts to your 277 volt fixture. The fixture is going to run, but it's going to burn out a lot quicker. So with our programming, we can detect if you're getting the wrong voltage put to the fixture, and that way you're notified well in advance before the fixture actually burns out that there's a problem coming from the transformer side of the power company.
Gotcha. So, what do you have planned for next week? Is there anything different or anything that you're excited about that you have planned in your schedule for next week?
Next week, I actually have some customers that really are interested in the construction safety station. And the construction safety station is something that I took near and dear to my heart, and I'm really trying to drive business hard on this. Only because I was in the distribution field for so many years, and I had so many phone calls from contractors telling me, hey, I needed an emergency wire cut because all of my wire was stolen out of my trailer last night. So we have a solution that can help prevent that, and I really like driving that home to end users. So I have a couple of customers that are really interested in it. So I have a couple presentations with that next week, so I'm really excited about that. And we also have some stuff going on here at ePowerOn. We are under construction here at our warehouse, so that's exciting times for us. We're growing and expanding. So next week is going to be a busy week for me personally. And then the following week, I'm back in Charlotte. Seems like every 2 weeks I'm in Charlotte for something. So if you need me in Charlotte, please reach out. I'm available.
Let's be honest, you're busy pretty much every week. So with the construction safety station, I do have to say I have seen, of course, socially distanced, usually outside, some live demonstrations that Brent has done with that. We went to one particular location where we were presenting one other product, but we brought that with us, and it actually piqued a lot of interest from the people there. So not only were they interested in the product that they wanted to see, but they really liked our construction safety station. And so I know that it definitely is piquing interest in the industry for it.
Yep, and it really gives our distributors something else to talk to their customers about. We can give them a solution that they don't even know they need, or they may not realize that they need, and we can come in and give them a solution that they haven't really thought about. So it really drives business. It helps our distributors get into customers that they may have difficulties seeing a lot of. It's just a fantastic product to really break down some barriers for our distributors.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when you talk to these guys, they've seen so many light fixtures and so many different just lighting, that sometimes bringing in the control is great. That piques a lot of interest, but bringing in a different product that can tie into all of our lights and cameras,
Right.
It makes it so it's a more fun meeting.
It's definitely a more fun sales call that actually winds up being a more productive sales call for people. And again, this is the construction safety station. It's something I'm very personally excited about. So I get giddy when I talk to people about it, because it's just something that's new out there. And I've never worked for a company where you can combine lighting control and camera monitoring all in one package for the electrical contractor. And to me, that's really exciting.
So just to let our viewers know, I'm actually listening on an earpiece. That's how I get my questions. So if you see me pausing or sticking my finger in I have the fancy CIA earpiece in. So Gina has just joined us. Hi Gina, how are you today? Before we move on, I know she's got a question. The one other thing I wanted to make clear with Brent, so with our construction safety station and all of our lighting and our cameras, like you said, we can control all of that. We can commission that from our warehouse prior to shipping, correct?
Yes.
So that makes it really easy for installation.
It's really easy for installation. All the contractor needs to really do is communicate with us what zone the customer wants monitored and put power to the pole that this station is going to. And pretty much for all intents and purposes after that, just put it on the pole.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to have my team forward that question from Gina. Okay, so the question is, and once again, we're on multiple platforms, so I'm going to repeat the question so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Also, so that Brent can answer it. So the question is, our lights, are they only for industrial, or can they be used in other applications like homes and things like that?
Yeah, so we have a complete fixture line. We have fixtures that you can use in your kitchen, at home, the round can lights. We call them disc lights. We have those in our home. We have lights that you can use in light commercial applications. So if you have a design build out in a shopping center where, like, let's say a shoe store or something is going in, we have lights for that. We have lights for industrial applications. We were just on site this week looking at an industrial application where a customer has big diesel trucks and they needed something. So we have a light fixture to fit any need that you may need fixed or lit.
So the big thing that I'm actually excited for with the mirror, the backlit mirrors, I've seen them in hotels before in a previous life, but from my understanding, the price point was just not reasonable for your average at-home application. But from what I understand, that is changing. Am I correct?
It is changing. It is something that if you are designing a custom home that you need to talk to your custom home builder about. But the price point, you would be pleasantly surprised of how affordable that this option could be for you.
Yeah, and they're really nice. From my standpoint, ladies putting on your makeup, the light is right in the mirror, so you don't have to have one of those ring lights or what have you to put your makeup on. It's right there,
Right.
and it's all in one package.
And they're splash proof, so when your husband gets shaving cream on them, it just wipes right off, and it doesn't harm the lights and things like that. So it's
Okay,
really
great.
exciting things for them.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to talk about today that you want to push to our customers and possibly our distributors as well?
Really, for my distributor teams out there, I can't express my enthusiasm enough about how well my webinar series can help you move product. If you will take the time and ask your customer questions, we can tailor webinars to get those questions answered. So really, for me, it's webinars and webinars and more webinars. We have a really high percentage rate of orders coming out of our webinar series. So we've taken our time and studied the market trends, and we know how to get your customers engaged with you through our webinar series. So really, I can't stress enough, like, if you take nothing out of this conversation today, take out that our webinars can really help you.
Yeah,
And if you don't have time for webinars, we have things on Facebook, we have things on YouTube. Just like us and send our videos to your customers. You will be pleasantly surprised how well they will help you drive business.
So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am doing YouTube Lives, but it's funny when you just said like us, it brought me back to Sally Field with her acceptance speech. I forget whether it was a Golden Globe or something. You like us, you really like us. So
like us, really like us. Like us twice.
So we are on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Just join any of those. You can rewatch any of the videos. You can watch any videos that we've put up. We've got short versions. We have long versions, depending on the time you want to spend on it. And we go in depth on our products and our solutions on there. Again, if you possibly aren't interested in the particular live that I'm doing, say on Monday, just go ahead and schedule a webinar. And another thing with our webinars I've noticed, they don't consume a lot of your time. They're
15, 20 minutes.
15 or 20 minutes. We can get the point across very quickly, very accurately, and pique a lot of interest with it. So schedule those webinars. I'd like to also say hello to Mr. Milza. Thank you for watching. Well, if that's all you have for this week.
That's all I have. Let me just close with saying that, again, we are a local North Carolina manufacturing LED fixture company. What that really means is you can have the president of a lighting company or the vice president of sales come to your job site and help you. We are here to help drive whatever business needs that you need. So reach out to us. We're local. We will come to your jobs. We will come to your facilities. We will tailor webinar series to any particular customer that you need. We're here to help you drive business. So like us on Facebook and all those other things, but really understand we are here to help you.
And another thing I will add to that, we are local. However, we've got warehouses throughout the country. So if you live somewhere else, you work somewhere else in the country, we can ship to you pretty quickly through our other warehouses.
Yep, that is correct. We are coast to coast with orders currently, and a little bit more from coast to coast. We actually got an order this past week that we were shipping to Alaska. So I can't say coast to coast because now we go coast to coast and some. So whatever your business needs is and wherever they are, we can get them to you.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to ask my team if we have any other questions or anybody that joined in today. And if not, okay, so we don't have any other questions. I'd like to say thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful Friday wherever you happen to be and a great weekend. Catch us back next week. Remember, #eParentLive in the comments below. Let us know you stopped by. And if you have any questions after this air, go ahead and post them, and we will get back to you just as quickly as we can. Have a great weekend. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.